Now let's bring it back to Lagos. About 3, 4 months ago, Lagos was actually enmeshed in huge dirt. Lagos
Yes.
was swimming in dirt.
Yes.
And going through your resume, you also did something. One of your theses
Yeah, my
was,
thesis
was on how to turn
Yeah.
waste.
Yeah.
Now, if you were in charge then, maybe representing the people then, now we'll backtrack. What would you have been able to do, quite, differently by way of, advice or advocacy
Yes.
to help change things for your people in
Okay,
Lagos West?
okay, so to start from my thesis, it was about formalizing the informal. At the time, there was a network of waste pickers, and they still exist, but they've reduced significantly. The idea was, how can we create waste to wealth? And actually try to start to use that system to lift people out of poverty.
Sorry, when you talk about the waste pickers, did you have the PSP operators in mind?
PSPs were not around at that time. They were just, Loma was just starting up, right? So the idea was, okay, people that have money will buy these trucks and all of that, but what will now happen to these other people? How can they be incorporated into the system so they are not left behind? Because that's the problem that we have in Africa. A lot of development happens and so many people are left behind and then they are stuck in poverty. So that was one aspect of it. In relation to how it is today, I would have empowered or created systems where the existing PSP operators will have access to funding to be able to upgrade. Because that was the main argument, that they don't have the capacity to operate at the level of international cities. So as opposed to bringing in another organization, and then there was now this whole disruption and then the citizens had to pay the price for it, why didn't we sort of have a system that was not so abrupt, It carried the people along, which is really what new policy should always do. Carry them along, empower them, make them more efficient, make them better, as opposed to just dumping them.